Hey everybody, Ashran here today doing a review on the Storm Collectibles Akuma figure. This figure stands pretty high, it's around more above 6 inches. I would like to say 6.2 at most. But if you have any other Storm Collectibles figures, then you know these figures come pretty tall, but you know, it's not bad, it's a good. So as for those asking about accessories, well, Akuma comes with quite a few. He comes with his top gi. This one does not have a belt, so you're going to have to remove that belt for that belt. And this is based on his little fantastic awesome pose, the demon pose. And then he comes with two flame effects, flame in it. Then he comes with his fireball effect, Hadouken effect, but it's not Hadouken, I know. I just can't pronounce the what's that move called. And then it comes with two extra heads, his open mouth head, angry, and his just angry grin face, and of course the default Akuma face. Then as for hands, he comes with left and right open flat hands, and then two grabbing hands for left and right. And these are a little bit more different. These are like, they look like they're choking hands, but it can either be for defense or choking or just grabbing on. Then of course another grabbing hands, but you know, like I said, it can be used for different purposes. And of course is two rock-fisted hands. And that's it for accessories. And you also get the Storm Collectibles stand, which I don't know where I put it at, but yeah, you also get the stand. Now, as for those asking, what can you remove on this figure and what you can't? Well, for sure, you could remove the beads, you could remove the gi, you could remove this cuff here, the glove cuff, and you can remove his sandal. But if I do that, this whole room might smell and I might die here doing this review for you guys. Huh. But yeah, as for paint app wise, the figure is amazing. I honestly don't know how Storm Collectibles done it, but they did a good job. Like you can tell here that the whole gi is, there's so much shadowing. The color is so nice. It shows like it's been wear and tear. And then you look at the belt, little signs of fading, but then it, you know, it just shows really good wear. It shows that wrinkle feel. And then the gloves have this shady feel. The sandals are just, you know, flat brown, but still cool detail. Like you can touch it and you can feel all this little groove. And then of course the beads are actual beads. And then his head, I cannot go how awesome it looks. Like this is the Akuma we all wanted. I'm not saying Mufasa Akuma was bad, but this is what we all intended, and really. And then I really like the nice touch on the hair. It's like it goes from dark red to red, and then it goes a little shadowing, and then it goes a little, I don't know if you guys can see here. It's like a little tie for that top ponytail he has. And yeah, the badass Akuma. Now as for articulation, he has so much. And if you guys have Storm Collectibles, then you know what you're getting yourself into. For sure you can look down, for sure you can look up. You can tilt left, you can tilt right, he can go demon crazy head. And as for arms, you can go all around. You can lift high, you can go high. He has kind of like butterfly joints, so you can see here like he's trying to grab on something. And once I remove the gi, I'll go in more detail with that. Now as for swivel on the arms, he has double jointed, but due to his awesome mega muscles, he's kind of limited right there. But I'm sure if you were like, you know, if this figure didn't have so much muscles, you can go all the way. Now as for hand swivel, he has really good hand swivel. He can go up, he can go down, he can tilt a little left, he can tilt this much left, he can tilt that much right. As for ab crunch, he can bend. Yeah, he can bend that much, but it's still good. As for back, he does have a lot of back ab crunch, but he also has ab swivel. You just have a little tilt though, so not a lot. Or maybe you do, and it's probably because the gi's in the way. That could also be a problem. As for waist swivel, let's see, he does have a waist. But I don't know if I might need to break it in to make it more looser, but this is the most I can do without heating it right now or popping it. Now as for see how far he can bend his legs. He can go all the way to the point that his crotch might start crying for help. He does have double jointed knees. He can kick really high, and he can kick back really high. Wow, it's just amazing how the fact that he can kick really back high. As for ankle pivot, I might need to play with it a little. I guess, interesting. He does not have that much ankle pivot, actually. You can move the ankle around, but I'm trying to bend it, and I might feel like I might break it, so I don't want to push it. So I guess you do have a little limited amount on ankle pivot. But another good thing you do have is toe pivot, though. So that could make up for the loss of the ankle pivot. It's not that much of a big of a letdown, because you can just like move around a specific pose and just use the... Oh, sorry guys, forgot to mention, he does have thigh swivel, so you can just tilt the thigh and boom. Just position him like if he had ankle pivot. And see. That's it for articulation with the gi on. Now let's see if we can take the gi off and see how much we can do. So let's pop the head out first, take out the beads, or automatically follow the beads. I guess you don't need to really pop the hands. So I guess we can take out the belt. Pop that belt out, son. Let's see. I guess we go there. And then we just open the rove. And for those asking how I pop this out, this is a separate joint. Pull out this, and then the belt holds to that joint, and you just loosen it and it pulls out like that. Now let's see. There's some minor things I just noticed because of the beads. So let me see if I can point it out for you guys. So it seems like the beads are causing a little pain app issue right here. And I don't know if I can just like use some saliva or water to rinse it off, but it seems like it's not going away. So you might need to get might need to try some alcohol to rub it off, or polish remover. Now that I think about it, where is Akuma's head? It happened to Akuma's head too. I don't know if you guys can see here. Akuma's chin has some paint because of the beads. Oh, now you can see on the beads there's a little redness. Well, it's not noticeable, but maybe if I can use some nail polish remover, I'll be able to remove it off, because it's not going away with my nail or my saliva. Yes, saliva. Gross. So yeah, guys, sorry about that. Back to the articulation without the geese. So we can go down really low without the gi. Really nice. And back. We can go back really back without the gi. Now as for butterfly joints, we have a lot more for sure. You can see here that it's so much that it's bending his front muscles. Let's see how far you can close this. So he can get this close to his arms. And that's how his back looks. Now as for waist swivel, still a little limited there, but I have more ab swivel. So if you guys do want to go crazy with the articulation, you can do that. Just take off the gi and you're good. Now let's put him back on, but this time with the demon symbol gi. Sorry guys, need to take out this belt. So it seems like if you want to use this gi, you're gonna also pop out the joint. And I don't know if you guys can see here, pull out this, and now you got the whole belt. And to put on this one, you're gonna have to go put the joint in here. Let me see how much I can go. It's my first time putting the gi on, so bear with me. Now let's put on the belt. And ta-da. Now we have the gi on. Sorry for the background noise of the dog barking. He's probably angry because Akuma's belt is it's just one piece. And the paint apps. There we go. Now we got the Raging Demon. As for those effects, I believe they go from his. They can go from his. You know, you can put it in your arm, you can put it in the leg. It looks so badass. Because you're doing a Raging Demon kick, you can put the flames right here. You just have to for sure take out the sandal and slip it in there. Oops, his belt piece just came off. Now as for popping out hands, really easy. Just pull it out, and this is where it gets a little tricky, because if you see here, due to the, this figure came with his hand, it's already loosened up the hole. But if you look at his other hands, you see a little tight hole. So what it seems like is either you can heat it up, or you can use a hair dryer or a heat gun and make just a little bit of heat and then put it in, or if not, just keep pushing it in, because it's rubber, so it's gonna eventually go in the hand. See, that's a little tricky, and it's interesting how it just doesn't want to click in, even though these are the hands that it comes with. And all right, that was a little hard. It should be. Now his belt came off. Alright. And now we have his extra hand. And you also have more articulation without the cuff. I wish the hands were a little bit easier to put on now that I think about it, because this is just one of the hands that have that tiny hole. But with just a little heating, it wouldn't be such a big problem. I just don't have a cup of water or hot water with me right now, or a hair dryer. So let's do the scale comparison test, or should we just call it scale comparison? Sorry guys, trying to get his feet to stay flat, but these sandals are just going with it. Here we go. Oh my god. Stand still, dude. Here we go. Alright. So first and foremost, let's put him next to the Akuma figure arts, and he can straight tell out. There's a huge There's a huge difference between these two. Now, of course, this one was based more on the Street Fighter 2 design, so it looks more classier, and this one is more based on the Street Fighter 5 classic Akuma design. And you can see here that this one wins because of the belt, and this one wins because it has a black belt. And I'm surprised I didn't notice this earlier, but the figure arts one has like a rope on his hands, and this one just has gloves. That's how the back looks. See, that's kind of interesting to see these two next to each other. I mean, one of them has a nice feature with the classic design more, and the other one just has way better paint apps and better accessories. And for some reason it does not want to stand straight though. Okay. I guess my diorama needs to be more flattened now. Alright, so let's do another scale comparison with my custom Jackal Marble Legends. Wow. Grab another figure, guys, sorry. Here we have the Marble Legends cable figure. Here we have the Articulate Icon Silver Samurai. Let's put them next to the Ninja Turtles, which I know you're probably asking, why next to the Ninja Turtles? Well, just curiosity, that's all. Here's right next to the new NECA Turtles. And then let's put them next to the Sota figures. What is going on here? For some reason his ab keeps falling, but that's how tall he is. And last and least, next to an actual Storm Collectibles Ryu, and you can tell here that he overtowers Ryu. For sure there's no competition in height there. It's like, hey, you still want to get your ass kicked? Demon style. And I guess those people that, I know there's someone out there that's curious, will the Storm Collectibles Akuma beads fit on the figures? Let's take a look. Where did I put you, Akuma? Go. It's a nice touch, actually. For those that are curious, to put on the beads here. So there you guys have it. The Storm Collectibles Akuma. I highly recommend if you're a big Akuma fan, Street Fighter fan, and also love Storm Collectibles. Since this is a figure, I mean, I love the figure arts one, but let's be real here. Storm Collectibles did an awesome job for sure. And also, just the paint is way amazing on this one. So yeah, guys, if you have any questions, please feel free to comment below, and I'll do my best to respond back. Thank you so much. Bye.